Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, Chris. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great, doing great.
Good evening to you too. Here is midnight already, so
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
but you'll know the little devil stays up all the time.
Oh, not me, not me, not me. Today was even worse than it was yesterday. I thought I wasn't going to get out.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
didn't have we didn't have one, but we had two walk out of orientation today. I was like, "Are you serious with me today?" But they waited till it was all done so they could get their whole orientation pay. So thank God corporate was down because with corporate there, they were like, nope, you don't get nothing. Hi, redneck.
Hey, redneck.
So at
How are you
least
doing?
with them down, it was like, yep, you don't get your money.
Okay. And what kind of work is it? What do they
Truck
have to do?
driving. Truck
Oh,
driving.
truck driving. So
Hmm.
you have to see if what's your job? What do you do there?
Uh, well, now I'm just a glorified, now I guess you'd want to say I'm a glorified office personnel now.
Ah, okay, like my ex-wife did with but instead of trucks,
Hi,
it was
Tim.
hey Tim, it was electric bikes.
Right.
But for I told you the clinic where the hospital where I go,
Mhm.
it's very big.
Mhm.
The first bikes were all for the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So the deal was normally if you would go to work with your car, you had
Mhm.
a parking card. You
Right.
had to, but if you wanted to and you give in your parking card and not longer come with your car, you got a bike for free.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what they do, they train mechanics to fix the bikes.
Mhm.
Mostly they're people that come from other countries, like Arabia, Poland, refugees, to say.
Right.
They have to learn to speak Dutch and they have to learn to get a job. And here it's fixing bikes, electronic bikes, and those bikes are then part of the bikes is for the hospital, and the university is also there. And the students of the university can rent bikes for the school year. So in the
Hmm.
start of the school year, they rent a
Mhm.
bike, and at the end of the school year, they bring it back in. But if they have problems with the bike, then they can bring it in, and the mechanic, it's in the price.
Hmm.
And
That's
she
good.
does all the paperwork for that.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah. Hey,
It's a job.
Mercedes, how are you doing?
I'm Mercedes, and yes, Tim, I'm on my new computer. Yippee!
Mercedes, since you're on my side and I know you, if you want to, you don't have to, huh? But I'm gonna give you a wrench. You don't have to put links in or so. You can have fun. There you go. And then today, the surprise came at your home.
Who?
The computer.
Yeah, it was there.
Ah, and was it a lot of work installing it, and or did Mr. Coop help you a lot?
He waited until I got home, so I got to open my box.
Ah, yeah.
So when I opened it, we did it together, and then he went ahead and put the software and everything on it. So he did do that, so we didn't have to worry about that. And then everything else was a go. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And now you're installed on the desk, on the desk he made, the big desk.
Yes, yes, I got my 2 monitors up, and then he seen, the American Truck Simulator on the computer without having to download Steam, so I haven't investigated the whole thing yet, so I did already pay for all of
The
it.
game, yeah. It could be that to stream, you could play it like that, huh? But to stream and play, it could be that you need stream. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always go through stream. I have
Yeah.
a lot of games there.
Steam is also I think Steam is where I can play remote.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm not going to download it alone. I'm going to have him download it so that way if my computer crashes, but you
Yeah.
did it. You
Yeah.
did it.
Then you can, yeah, I understand. It's a safety net. It's a safety net, so you can blame somebody else.
Yeah, it's not pink, it's a chair cover so my birds, so when they caca, it's
Yeah.
on that. I can wash it, I can throw it in there. Somebody when I was doing my pearl shows, there was a lady that made me it from Hawaii. So it's a chair cover.
That's nice.
Yeah, she
But
gave it.
it's a nice one. No, but because you were talking about birds, I'm looking around because I forgot to put my rabbit in the cage. So he's running around, and sometimes he comes on my leg pushing. Then I
Mm,
know I have to cuddle him at his ear, but he doesn't like to get picked up. If you pick up a rabbit, you have to pick it up like a baby. Then it
yeah,
does. Then it doesn't move. Then it. But if you pick it up, yeah, some rabbits like it, some don't. So and this one doesn't. So I have to put my arm next to my chair to the floor and cuddle him and cuddle him and cuddle. Stay busy. No,
thank
I
you,
love,
Tim.
I love the Hawaiian design on your chair. It's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. She her and her mate, his name was Brad, but they had both had girl names because they had to be cognito. They both worked for the FBI down
Hmm.
in Hawaii, so they
Yeah.
had to be cognito. Mm.
Okay. Hey, everybody, don't forget, give Mama a like and subscribe to her if you're not, and
There
then
goes the mod mode.
jump over to me, does the same, and then you go where you want.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you're vaping.
Yes, I vape.
I smoke the real tobacco. I had a little vape. You know the ones you can vape for a certain time with the battery in it, and
That's
then
what this one is.
yeah, and but then throw it away.
That's
So
what that
it's
is.
yeah, a little one, and had a taste of it was some kind of fruit. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
like it, but if I ran out of tobacco, it was a help, and now I don't have any anymore. So today I had to go to the shop. Of I don't drive, so I go on foot. I told myself, "Yeah, Chris, you need for your cigarettes," and they didn't bring coffee, so I needed coffee patches. I go to
mhm.
the shop. I came home. I had my cigarettes, and yeah, I forgot the coffee. So
Yeah.
I'm down to my last cup now, and tomorrow I will get.
I
I have to.
used to smoke and then I smoked and I used Chantix and quit and I worked at Saddle Creek and they have a very very strict accident policy and when I got fired because okay, I screwed up, but it wasn't 100% my fault, not 100%. I got out and I looked. There was um, a it was pouring down rain. There
Yeah.
was a concrete road construction barrier ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen it. So I was backing up. So I seen it. Everything was fine. Well, however, there was a truck ahead of me and he was doing a U turn. Well, his trailer caught it and kicked it. Well, I didn't see it. obviously it's pouring down rain. My mind, I'm looking at the back of my trailer, watching it as I'm backing up, and um, I heard crunch, and I pulled the front fender, the front quarter
Yeah.
whatever thing off, and they fired me for it. And I
For
said,
that?
"You could, yep." And I said, "You could see me get out. You seen me look. You seen everything." And they were like, "I understand. We did see it. I feel bad. Everything is on the uppity up, but you know that it's a zero accident policy. We feel bad. We really do. But if we let you get away with it, we have to let everybody else." So, and I agree. I 100% did agree, but it it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I worked as a mechanic, and the first time that I got a truck, it was one with a lift at the back. So if you had, it's more for moving furniture, but it was a stick drive, and normally you have
oh, I
first,
like sticks.
yeah,
Mhm.
everything here in Belgium is with. Now it's beginning to we call it automatics, that you don't have to use a stick.
That's what they're going to now because the schools
Yeah,
refuse to take the extra time to train the drivers how to drive stick. And to me, that's a sissy way out because mm, I just, it's wrong.
no problem, Ellie. Have a great day, great night. Also,
Have a good one.
creation designs. Hey, welcome.
How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
No, and I was normally it's first, second, and then third, fourth, fifth, and then you're backing up.
Hi,
And
Allie.
and I don't remember the what kind of truck it was, but where normally I is the first, there was the
Mm-hmm.
and there was no lifting the sticker, there was the backing up. So I drive it, okay, first is where
Mm-hmm.
second is. I drive, I stop at the red light, and automatically by mind I put it where normally the first is, and it was backing up. And I
Right?
start and it backs up, and there was a car behind me. My work didn't say anything. They say, okay, we will fix it and we will fix the car. You're good. Because I did a lot of hours before we.
Right?
I was, if I had to start at 8 in the morning, I started at 6. And if we stopped at 5, I stayed till 8 o'clock at night.
Hi, Forever Huffs. How are you?
Hey, Larry. Hey, Mrs. Larry. How are you doing?
Hi,
They,
Sweet Fly. How are you?
oh, my rabbit is here. He's licking my finger. Sorry. Yeah, he gives little licks, and then because he wants it's Angora rabbit,
Ah.
so with the long hairs, and they make it wet, and then you have to put it on the hairs. It's to calm them.
Mhm.
So for the rest, how what is happening in the US? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, nothing's really happening in the US, but I do have some is Paul didn't make it in tonight, did he?
No, I think he had to work.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was not in Mr. Coop's and George's stream also.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Of course, I
Yeah,
wasn't in there really either. I was busy working.
seen
Like
that.
I was busy being a um bad girl working. Let me see if
I'm
I
a
can
little demon. I see a lot what happens in the chats and who is there and who is not. And
let me see if I can grab this over here. This is really ticking me off. I'm not liking this setup over here. Right? No, over here. No, I want you over here. Over
you
here.
shovel me where you want, as long as I don't get seasick. It's good.
Okay, fine. I'll leave you right there. Okay, so why am I? Why is this minimize? I'm having a problem. This ain't going down, and I don't like that. I don't like my taskbar being up all the time. That's something I. Hmm, I'm
Yeah,
not used.
Mercedes, I know you like to play Minecraft.
I have not played it yet.
I played it a few times for my son because he told me, "Hey, Papa, I need you to help me build this or do that or craft this
Uh huh.
or go catch some cows for me and some chickens and that kind of stuff."
Completely open. If your window's completely open and touching the taskbar, it's going to be open. The taskbar is going to be up.
Yeah, but
Don't let your window touch your taskbar.
I can't get it to not touch the taskbar.
Yeah, you can. Go up to the top with your arrow and shrink your window down.
That's Mr. Coop giving advice to Mama Coop.
Very top of the browser, put your arrows up there on the very top of it, shrink it down a little bit,
How?
and then, oh my God. With your, with your
I love this. I love to hear this.
Hold on, let me.
well, for one, you've got it all the way open.
Well, I don't need that one. I want this one.
Well, just a minute. Watch what I'm doing, and then you can do it when I leave. There you go. See how it doesn't touch the taskbar? You got to do
Well, I
it over
don't
there.
like these things open anyways.
Now you got to do it over there.
Now, what do I got to do?
Minimize. Then just you got every window open full bore. Why?
I don't need that one open, and I don't need this open.
There you go. Now just stretch it out the size you need. It can't touch the taskbar, or the taskbar is going to be open. And there you go. You open it wide open again. Oh my God. Jesus criminy. And you work on computers every day.
Hey, Paul. Glad you made it in. Nice to see you. How was your day?
This shouldn't be on like that.
Hey, Celine.
It should only come on if I
Selina.
touch it.
Mama is learning, and Papa Coop, Mr. Coop, is teaching her. But he's a good explainer. If you listen to him, he says, do this, do this, do this, and you do it, then it works.
It should
Okay, this will work. I can see stuff.
stop it.
All right. All
Um,
right. So I have hello, hello, hello. Nice
yeah,
to see
they're jumping in. They're jumping in.
They're
Paul is
jumping
here.
in now.
Paul
Hi,
is here.
Paul. Hi, Paul. Let's see. We have Selena now.
Yeah. Oh, mijn vriend. Oh. I'm talking to my rabbit sometimes.
Let's see. Who else do we have? Huh.
Wednesday is here. She just jumped in.
All right.
Sweet pea. Your camera. Put your hand up there on the camera and tilt it down just a little bit. You got too much above your head.
Okay, I got technical difficulties. Hold on, folks.
It's all new for Mama, so
Now
she has
I'm really fuzzy. Hold on.
it will come. It will come. Now slowly go back. There you go. I see you just
Woo,
fine.
did it. Okay. Is that better? I think so.
Yeah. I got chocolate.
Ooh.
It's Belgium chocolate. It's called Kinder. This is a little bar. Normally, you can buy it also as a little egg. Uh, uh, Yeah, little. This the size of this, but then a little bit with a plastic pot with a toy in it. And this chocolate is white on the inside. It's white chocolate. It's a mix.
Ooh, man, I love white chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I have a coffee with me, so I take a little piece up and then it disappears. It will come out later back again.
So you remember last night
Yeah.
where I was telling you that my favorite house when I lived in Dubuque,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically was the only house I remember.
Do you have
Remember,
a picture
I
of it?
do. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So let me share my screen here. Mm.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Are you guys seeing that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
see it.
Okay. So this house was what we grew up in as I'm trying to move the thing. I don't know if I
Oh,
can move it
Lady,
here or over there.
do you know Lady K talks? She's here in the chat also to come say good. Hello.
Who?
Lady K talks. She does court cases also, but not Jeremy Hale's other ones.
Oh, hello,
So
hello.
she's
How are
also
you?
a YouTuber.
Hello, how are you? Okay, so this house I grew up in. I was a baby. We my grandma bought this house. Well, my grandma and my grandpa bought this house when we moved from um South Dakota. I was a baby and we
Mm-hmm.
bought this house. So this house, I'm trying to move it, but I can't move it now. Anyways, the top part had a mother-in-law suite in it. And then there's a um yep, now I can move it. There's a side right there, right here,
Yeah.
that has we had to build a mother-in-law suite. Okay, let me back up. The top portion, which is right here, has a mother-in-law suite up there that had my great grandmother in.
Oh, yeah,
Right
yeah. I
here.
see. The two windows.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then here was where she was at towards the end. Okay, so my grandma ended up selling this eventually because she
Mm-hmm.
started seeing ghosts. She also, when grandpa, he got killed in training to move on to another position for the army or navy, or he was in some kind of ranking for the military,
Yeah.
whatever. I was young, so I don't remember what kind of whatever. But um grandma, we were all at Target, and great grandma was with us, and my uncle, he's a year difference between the two of us,
Yeah.
and he went around the corner of one of the shelves and had one of those play guns, like a Nerf gun,
Yeah.
went up behind great grandma and went bang. And when he did, she was just, it was like a play gesture, but she had a heart attack and passed away. Right.
Oh.
But we all, we thought she was just playing because that's just what she used to always do. But it was actually a heart attack and she passed away right there in Target. Well, grandma always said it was ghost at this house, so we had to end up moving. So we ended up buying this house.
I see the map. Is that the river? Is that the Mississippi?
That's east of Butte, so yeah, that would be the Mississippi River.
Ah, okay. You see, I know stuff, even if I didn't been there.
Oh, come on.
Give her a minute. She will find it.
We ended up buying this house.
Oh, that's nice also.
I loved this house as well, only because my bedroom was the basement. I had a shower down there. My laundry was down there. Everything was down there. I could bang out to music and I was disturbing nobody.
So you had your own little bunker.
Yep, I had my own little studio apartment right there in the
Yeah,
basement.
that's nice.
And I could sneak out of the garage and grandma was no wiser.
and
Literally.
and the houses, are they built in wood or stone?
Um, the bottom half was stone and the top house was wood. The top part was wood.
Okay. Yeah. Because I see that a lot in the US, wooden houses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that you don't find here. Yeah, everything is stone,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, the garden is a little bit uphill. I see.
Now the other house I liked better. Um, it had more yard.
Yeah.
Grandpa didn't like it when he was alive, Grandma said, because of, having to cut the grass and everything. But um as we got older, I was the one who cut the grass and took care of it. And um my uncle, he was always lazy. He was the more mentally challenged. But me, I was the one that, cut the grass, and I was the tomboy, I guess you'd want to say. But this one had a smaller yard. Grandma and I, we'd always have these planted up with flowers
Yeah,
right here. We
I
had this
see.
all planted with flowers, and then after I moved away and went with my parents to Missouri, she put shrubs in here. From what I was told, when I went back and seen her, um, she had shrubs. So she had shrubs here.
That's nice. So, but you say the previous house you liked more.
Yeah, I liked it because it had the land, and that's this. She always had a screened-in porch in the front, but the only reason I liked this one was, one, the basement,
Yeah,
and two, she always had my grandfather's car. If you noticed in the other one, she had a garage. She had
yeah,
my grandfather's car was in there. He had a sports car. I I can't give you the year or the make of it. I do not remember, but he had a sports car that he had when he was 16 years old, and it was in mint condition, and she had it, and it was right there in that garage right there.
that's
And
nice.
I to this day I can't tell you what happened to it. I can guarantee you my retarded uncle has probably pawned it for something, done something with it.
But you told me in the other house, ghosts. What do you mean with that, ghosts?
What do you mean? Oh, it was cursed. Yeah, she said there was ghost in there. I do believe in ghost, but she said there was ghost in there, and she said that they were doing some funky things, So she wanted out. She saged to the house, and I personally didn't see them, but
I
Um,
seen a ghost. Two,
I
two ghosts.
I have seen them. I seen my son being levitated into the air. I've seen spit onto the wall. So yes, I have seen ghosts.
Now, when my mother was at the end, she had high fever, and she was my daughter was there, and she told me there is a woman standing next behind you, or she saw my father coming through the wall, stuff like that. And in the clinic, they told me, yeah, no, it's hallucinations she had, and I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
No ghost there, but there was one. I had she was not a partner of me. It was a girl, but a friend, and she had a
Mm-hmm.
brain tumor. And I, because I was married, it was just a friend, but I visited her regularly at the clinic, and she kept smoking. Much
Oh.
because of the tumor,
Mm-hmm.
she had a sort of dementia. And from time to time, I brought cigarettes and I gave them to the nurse. And I told the nurse, once in a while, give her a cigarette, you know. And I went there, I gave the cigarettes, I sit with her an hour, but she was not feeling good. I went home, I went to sleep, and we had a corridor next to the the sleeping room, how you call it, the chamber where you're
Yeah.
sleeping. Yeah, and the door was open. And suddenly I was awake. She was standing there in her clinic robes with an IV in her arm with the pole, and she told me, "Chris, it's okay. I'm going."
Oh wow.
And I was awake and said, "What are you coming? What are you doing here?" And my wife wakened up. She didn't see it, but she asked me, "To whom are you talking?" And I say, "Yeah, Nancy is here. Nancy is standing here."
Mm.
No, there is nobody. I went back to sleep, and the week after that, I went to visit her again, and they told me, no, no, last week she died, and it was the moment, the night, and the hour she died. She was at my bed.
Woo.
Yeah, still now I'm telling the story. The hairs on my arm are standing up. I cannot explain that. It's something, and I had that also. And then I was not alone. My mother died.
Uh-huh.
Uh, we buried her. I burnt her. We went to sleep, and my son was not comfortable. He wanted to sleep with me in the bed. I have a two persons bed, so it's a large. And we were sleeping, and suddenly both of us came awake, and the chamber became we could see her breath very cold. And suddenly my mom stood there, and she said also from, yeah, I'm going now. You're good. I'll see you. And I turned my head. My son was awake. You see that? Yeah, yeah. I see grandma. I said, me
Uh-huh.
too. I see my mom, and she disappeared, and it became warmer again in the chamber. I cannot explain that.
Right. That's the
That's
thing, Mr. Coop. You are evil. I tell you, you are not gonna die. Evil don't die. So that's the reason they don't show themselves here.
but that's the two times in my life I saw something that I cannot explain.
So then when my let's see, we got ready to leave for Missouri.
Hmm.
My parents were living in this house. Uh,
Yeah, Paul, I cannot explain it. I sorry. That's only two times.
all right. So my parents were living in this house when
Mm.
this is a newer picture, but there used to be a porch off of the side of it.
Oh,
No.
They took it
This
away.
can't be off. This can't be it. This can't be it. I think my aunt gave me the wrong address. This can't be it.
Do you remember it, or do you say no? This is not it. They could have remodeled everything, huh? You never know.
No, this can't. Yeah, that's not it.
Ah, pity. I love to hear stories, and even if you have pictures with it, it's more interesting. But
Wait a minute. There's the.
yeah,
I don't think that's it. I think she gave me the wrong house address. I'll have to get back with that one. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
um, where
Continue.
where she lived. Let's see. Let's kill that. I think it killed on your end, right? Yeah, it killed on your end. Where they lived, there was a basement in their porch. So they would lock my little brother and my little sister out,
Oh,
and where they could, go wrap Christmas presents or whatever.
yeah.
So, and I was the smarty one. So we would, we would go run the neighborhood where they would live, not too far from. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. Is this? Nope. 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 Cancel. I need a file. Any file. Oh, image. Yeah, I need image. Desktop. Mm-hmm. Right here. Mm-hmm. They didn't live too far from this.
Oh,
This is a.
yeah.
This is the smallest railroad and the tallest. Um, they call it the smallest railroad and the tallest hill.
Yeah. Incline.
Right.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing was, it would cost you a nickel. It didn't cost me anything. I just go stand there at the bottom of the hill and go jump on because the carts would keep rolling back and forth.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So my brother and my sister, I just go wait for at the bottom of the hill, and the cart has to go back up. So get on it.
Ah,
And
yeah.
you can go
That's
have to go back
nice.
up. What are they gonna do to you? They can't do anything.
No, basically no. And what age were you then, approximately?
About 10, 10,
Ah,
11. But there they are there. It would go up to this little house up here. This little
ah, yeah.
business thing up here. And then oh no. And then this was my favorite part. My grandma, um, she knew if I was having one of my moments of being upset or something was wrong, she knew to come find me down here.
Oh, you had your hiding spot.
Yeah, I would be either sitting down here on the park bench down here, or I would climb the hill and be up there at up there at the business up there.
Oh, yeah.
There was something up there that I would be near.
And it still exists
Yes,
until this.
it's still there today.
Oh, that's nice. Because I went with my children, I wanted to show them where I lived as a child,
Mhm.
and they broke it down, and it's a big hotel now. My father sold it to go to Poland, and I didn't know that. I came at the street and I was wondering, where is everything? And no, it was all broken down, and one big hotel was standing there. So yeah, and a restaurant.
There it is.
Oh, there's a nice view. I love that. And it's really it's not sand, it's a rock mountain, huh?
Uh-huh. It
Yeah.
is an actual you can it is oh, I just love it.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I haven't been in years. It has to be over 20 years now. Oh, it's well over 20 years.
Yeah, Celine, thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by and listening to my motor mouth. um, it has to be over 20 years just going and being on that thing, but my aunt says it's the same thing, but it's just of course the money's went up,
Yeah. Mm.
but she said it's in same condition, it's not been vandalized or nothing, but
Th-
at least
that's-
that we can guarantee it hasn't been vandalized. That's the plus.
yeah. And you have nice memories there.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the yeah.
I can tell
I
you that's the first boy I kissed is in one of those.
oh, that's romantic.
he,
That is very romantic. Yeah.
he was on the cheek, but it was my first boy I kissed.
Yeah. You have to start somewhere,
It was on the cheek.
huh? No, no. My first kiss was directly the good one.
I told my dad, I said, it was on the cheek.
I know when my girl came home and she told me she had a boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
and I had problems with it as a father.
Oh, yeah.
I would have less problems with my son because
Uh-huh.
I told him, man, if you make a baby, that's your problem. Use a rubber.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But my girl, yeah, it's the boy that has to take the rubber. Huh? And
Yeah.
I told her, watch out with all the diseases. And
Mm-hmm.
if you get pregnant and you still want to go to school, study, it's going to give problems because, yeah. And she was very aware of that. But then the
Uh-huh.
first time she asked me, can he stay sleep overnight? But me
Oh,
and my
wow.
ex were already separated.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, that was a hard. I had a little talk with the boy while I was. That's something we do in Belgium. We take a big sausage, we take a big knife, and while we talk, we cut the sausage. And I tell him, if you make her pregnant, this is what's gonna happen.
Ay, 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 ay,
Yeah.
ay.
And but it was a nice boy. I found him too soft for her.
Right.
So he was too nice. So yeah, okay. But it lasted 3 years. She was together 3 years, and yeah. Then suddenly I asked her, how is Kobe doing? Last week we broke up, and
Eh,
that was I don't want to talk about it. Okay, and I know I don't have to. If she wants to talk, she will come herself. Something, but I shed tears for her that it was done because I like she was in love and I had something. Oh, that must have hurt that he ended it. It was not
right.
her decision.
Right.
And I'm somebody. If I care for somebody, and there is something happening, even if I'm not a good man, let's say like that.
Right.
But I can shed tears, yeah. But sometimes it's tears in anger.
Right.
So no, but I like where you brought me. It's a part of yeah. For me to go to the US, it's like me showing you pictures from here
Yeah. Yeah.
because for tomorrow I have something special.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a Japanese garden in Belgium, completely built by Japanese people, old style,
Oh, wow.
and you can visit it. It's a Japanese building. Mr. Coop may be gonna like it, and it's built. The half of the building is on a great pond, and it's with giant kois, but big ones, huh? And you can buy feeding stuff, and for €1, for $1, you get a little bag,
Mm-hmm.
and you can feed the fish. But they do Japanese rituals there every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, with the balloons. I not balloons, the little things with the candle, and because of hot air, and there are wishes on it, and it's built in bamboo, a sort of bamboo, and they
Mm-hmm.
let it up at night, so all the you can see all the lights floating in the air. It's nice. It's nice.
Oh,
I
wow.
will show you pictures of it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So, oh, so now I know you had an accident with the car. I
Huh.
rather you play the trucking game than with the driving with the real trucks.
Trucking game then with the B.
You have the trucking game, eh?
Mm-hmm.
In real life, you had an accident with the bumper. You told me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, with the truck.
Yeah, yeah. So don't drive real trucks. Go play in the game. Then everybody else is safer on the road.
Right.
It's a joke, huh?
Yeah, I know.
If I say something and people have to know that in the chat, I joke a lot. Don't take
Right.
it serious.
I know.
Uh,
I mean, I still have my CDL. I can jump in the truck anytime I want.
oh yeah. No, I could drive a truck, but only to a certain limit of weight.
Oh, you have a CDL?
Yeah, I had one, but now I cannot drive anything anymore. So
Hmm.
with the medication that I take uh, and the damage at my leg from the
Mm-hmm.
operation, uh, if I could, before the pain was so hard, I could still drive, but I had several, like on the highway, I could do 100 kilometers an hour or
Mm-hmm.
140, but it's a minimum. I on the highway here, maximum is 120, and
Right.
could not. I could do it for 10 minutes, and then the pain kicked in, and it was a position of the foot that goes to your knee,
Right.
and it started to hurt. No, couldn't do it. And my ex was sitting. I drive faster. Why are you driving a bit slower than everybody else? I said to her, it hurts, and we will get there. It takes just a little bit longer, but we will get there. Yeah.
Well, that's the way, you know, I don't know. When I'm alone, I have a lead foot.
Yeah.
But when I have Coop, it's like I'm more conscious with my foot on the gas.
Okay. Yeah. Now I keep the speed limit always because
I have a 5 minute a 5 mile over the speed limit. Like
uh,
it's my cruise control goes 5 miles over on cruise control. That's it.
oh
That's what we're allowed here.
yeah, here it's a few kilometers over, but if it's 6 kilometers over the speed limit, you get the fine. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a fine to go 1 kilometer an hour over the speed limit.
You got a fine for it?
Yeah, yeah. It was with a camera that take pictures, and I got the mail. Yeah, okay, thank you. And I was there at that hour. Yes, okay. And instead of doing 50, I did 57. You can do 56. You have a playroom of 6 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
But I did that 1 kilometer too fast. And yeah, Fluffy. Yeah, he's sleeping next to me on the floor.
Oh, your bunny rabbit?
Yeah, yeah. When I'm like now streaming, he's lying down next to my seat on the floor. I'm waiting
How
to.
big is he?
I'm gonna try, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Wait, no, I can no, 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 Chris. There is his head.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big one. Fluffy. That's his head here. Yeah.
He's a big one.
But next time I install my camera so I can pick him up and you can see him.
Maybe next time you can put him on the table.
Yeah, but yeah, then I have to remove first. Oh, my paint. It's full of paint pots. My
He's big
table.
rabbit.
It's an Angora, yeah, and he's only 2 years old. So he's gonna grow for one more year, I think, 3, 4 years, and then they're at the maximum. Um, but they can get old, huh? And it is white in the front. No, it doesn't. It doesn't like me to pick him up.
Oh, he
Try.
don't like that?
No, I have to take him like a baby. If I take him outside, I have a big, yeah, how you call it, with wires, so he can sit. Now I'm looking where is here. Okay. Uh, he has a cage outside, a big cage where he can run in around in the grass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then some wildflowers that he likes to eat grow in there.
Uh-huh.
So, but how is the plant called with the three little leaves?
Oh,
Klaver, they name it here.
Clover.
Clover. My mom had to, because when she was young,
Uh-huh.
uh, she lived next to the coal mines
Uh-huh.
in a little farm, and she had to cut the clovers to feed the rabbits. But it was
Oh.
during World War II. So, and that was the route where the V2s and the V1 bombs flew over to England.
Uh-huh.
And she told me always, if you could hear them, there was no problem. If you hear them and
Ah.
the engine stopped, it means they put in too less fuel, not enough fuel, and they will drop. So
Right.
from time to time, they had explosions there.
Hi, Mercedes. Hi, Georgie.
Hey, Georgie, how you doing? Mercedes is back. Yeah, we talk a bit about everything, but Mama Coop was talking to me about the moving and where she lived as a child, and I saw it and I find it interesting. It's places where I, as a from in Belgium, maybe never gonna go. My wife was once in New York at the big square where the apple goes up and down in New Year's time, and then she went to Chicago.
I'm on the new PC. Yay!
Yeah, and like uh, uh, your image is sharp. Uh, the camera is better as yesterday, but yesterday you couldn't put up pictures.
No. And we went and got new cables when I got home, and it seems like everything's running like super fire.
That's nice. You see, it's not a hobbit. But it has hairy feet. Hairy feet. Look,
Uh-huh.
I know somebody that doesn't like us to show pictures of hairy feet and spiders. So, and it sounds great. I can understand you very well this time. Yesterday on Mr. Coop's stream and our stream, you froze from time to time.
Yeah, I know. That, like I said, that Wi-Fi crap.
Yeah.
Because on that laptop, I was running Wi-Fi.
I'm running everything through Wi-Fi now. I
So
don't have.
now,
I have a hole for a connection for a cable here in the wall. I have one upstairs and one downstairs.
thank you,
Two downstairs.
Mismatch Menace Dennis.
Yeah. Hey, Dennis.
Oh wow, I bet you're gonna be sore and shit.
Yeah, Georgie is remodeling her entire downstairs from the house, I think, or the complete house.
Hmm.
She showed pictures of the floor, and it was amazing. The colors, yeah, I loved it.
Oh wow, that's nice.
I have almost the same floor, but then in linoleum, not
That's
real wood.
nice. I like the light fixtures. That's nice.
Yeah, it reminded me of my mother lived next door in a Baroque style of house, and that is furniture from that area in time. Baroque.
That looks nice. Are the doors painted black or is that just brown?
No, no. Yesterday she was painting them in black. I saw the hands and the titties. The flushes where she was painting with.
Uh huh.
It went so
Uh huh.
No, just joking. But she did a great job. But yeah, like me, I was using some. It's some sort of painter that you put on like sand, and that's why
Mhm.
all my complete hand is because it was mostly dried up, and I had to put flow,
Acetone.
so no sort of flow improver in it, and
Oh,
I shaked it,
nice.
and I didn't close the lid enough, so my hands are full. So if I'm done streaming, I'm gonna take a shower, so it's get off. But it's water based, so it removes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trim and the doors are black.
Yeah, the trim and the doors are black. Yep. That's nice. Nice.
She has one story. Okay. Ah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
I know.
yeah. Now
You
I
might
know.
have to hire Georgie and Mr. Georgie. You might have yourself a good text there.
What is it? Oh, the rabbit is again here, coming say, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I need attention."
Yeah, right?
Yeah, if he runs loose all the time, he wants to be with me. He follows me like a little dog. If I go to the kitchen, he follows me. If I come back, even outside, and he escapes the run, and I call him, he comes back.
The wainscoting will be black too. What's that?
What is wainscoting? Is that the lower part of the wall in the wood? Yeah, you had the wall, and then you had a sort of. Yeah, sorry, I'm Dutch, so some words in English.
What is she talking about?
You ask her, talk to her.
Is she talking Japanese?
Maybe she had what is that? A pickle in her mouth or something like that, or the black candy.
Oh, she sent me a picture. Okay, hold on. My idea from Pinterest. But I'm not understanding.
Yeah,
Okay.
check your messages, Mama.
I okay. Here's my idea from. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see it now. It's a chair rail. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We had that back home. Yeah, is that gonna be black? Did she say that's gonna be black? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had that back home. Yeah, we put that up. Well, it wasn't just like that. It was just a it was similar, but yes. Mm. Yeah, we had that on our wall. On our it was on Coop's house. That his ex-wife wouldn't sign off, so we walked away from it because I'm not paying for something that she can have potential of coming and taking. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
nope. And we had
Share
to come.
railing. Now I
We had,
know what she means. Yeah,
so we come and took care of his mom and walked away.
yeah. Sometimes that's the best thing to do.
I mean, if it's gonna hurt his credit, might as well hurt hers too. So let's just walk away from it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little bit painting while we are talking, so my model gets done.
But anyways, so I'm doing that, but the classic farmhouse X in the middle. I like that idea, the fat classic farm.
Yeah,
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Yes.
know
Yes. Yes.
she
Yes.
showed the picture in Discord. Now I know exactly where she's going.
I like that idea. Are you doing the farmhouse doors in your bedroom, where they close and then on the rod on the like the closet? That's what I want to do in our bedroom. If we if we decide to redo this house instead of pushing it over and having the um new house put in, I'm wanting to do the barn house doors separating the office. Yeah, the barn doors, separating the office to the main part of the house, having a split unit put up here, and then I'm wanting the living room um extended, the kitchen shrunk down, and I'm wanting the bathroom where the knocked out where the spare bedroom is to become the bathroom,
Yeah.
and my bedroom to be pushed into the kitchen and the kitchen to be shrunk. My kitchen don't need to be that big.
And Mr. Coop knows all those ideas already, or is it a surprise for him?
Oh no, he knows all the ideas except for my barn door idea.
Yeah, my friend. Yeah, each time I need to move the desk seat where I'm sitting in, it's on little wheels. So if I want
Hmm.
to move it, I have to see that the rabbit is not lying because he comes really lying next to the iron, the wheels and everything, so
Yeah.
that I don't drive him over.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, mijn vriend. Yeah, but remodeling a house is a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, see, this is an old farmhouse.
Yeah.
It was built in 1942. So the problem we're having is termites.
Oh yeah.
So the other plus side to this house is it's got concrete stucco on the outside, but um it is having problems, major problems. So I don't know if it's going to be wise just to go ahead and push it over and start.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I'm really wondering if it's, I don't know. We're gonna have to really discuss it.
Me in my childhood, I lived. It was a house from the 1900s somewhere. So, but the barns behind it, it was a medieval, still medieval barns from the 1700s. It was really old, and the roof was up, hold up with really big beams in wood.
Mm-hmm.
No termites, nothing, and it was stables where you could put in cows, horses. It was very large, and I loved to play in it. My father was an antique dealer, and he used it not to put animals in it, but all his antique stuff, his closets, the chairs, everything like that.
Right.
And I climbed up to it, and he made in the roof. He was how you call it, playing with doves,
Mm-hmm.
the birds, the dove.
Right.
In Belgium, it was very popular to do dove races. So he had dove coops, like chicken coops, built into the roof, because the doves had to land on the roof and go inside, and it was always me that had to crawl up through a very ancient ladder
Right.
to feed the birds, because my father didn't think about the weight. So it was, Chris, you're gonna get, and this bird didn't win a race. We're gonna put it on the dinner plate. Go get it and chop off the head. And
Oh
I didn't use,
no.
no, I didn't use an axe or a knife. I did it with my hands. There
Oh
is a,
no.
yeah, there is a trick you can use. Hold the dove, take the between your two fingers, you take the neck, and then
Mm-hmm.
you, while you twist, you pull it, and it's an instant put done. Yeah, I know it's bloody, but that is the way I was raised. Chickens, if they came to not laying eggs enough, it was dinner plate chicken. And
Yep.
one time I had to take a chicken, behead it. My father told me, "You're gonna do it," and I let it loose, and the head was off, and the chicken ran away still
Mm-hmm.
for a far distance, until it dropped against the gate.
Yeah, that's what my dad. People at work still give me heck about it. We were talking about having to get food when it's snowing out on the ground and stuff like that. I'm used to it. You
Yeah,
go out, you kill your deer, you kill rabbits, you kill squirrels, you kill what you gotta kill to eat.
yeah,
So, um, and deer season, that's what it is. You go kill your deer so you got food. And here in Florida, you can't kill a deer. That's a German Shepherd dog around here.
oh.
It's not a deer. There's no deer here. It's not no. No. When I seen the deer, I'm like, that's not a deer. Sorry. That is not a deer. When everybody was like, "Did you see the white-tailed deers here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not a deer. Where I come from, no. No."
We have deers here in the in my last year. One of the deers came in my garden to calf her young, and she stayed with the young 3 days in the garden. Then she went away a few times and came back, but the little one stayed in the garden. And then 5 or 6 days later, they were both gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
they were
they're protected here. You cannot kill them.
oh, wow. Yeah,
They're, yeah, yeah. Tell me.
they were giving me heck because when dad would grandma would say, "Okay, we need rabbits for dinner," or we're freezer's low on rabbits or whatever, dad would go out. We would go out with the 22, and we called him kerplunk. So we would go out with the 22, and we would go kerplunk. Well, I would jump out, and what you would do is he would kerplunk, and yeah, you would just step on the rabbit's head and pull, and I'd skin in your rabbit.
Yeah.
And as long as you had him by the back feet, I'd skin your rabbit. And I was telling them at work, I said, yeah, that's the fast way to skin your rabbit, get it over with. And they were like, that's not right. I was like, it's quick. You just get it over with and get it done, and then, gut it when you get home. Just be done with it. And he said, the guys at work, they're like, yeah, but what are you going to do if you get caught? How many people need to eat in that short of time, real quick? You got a family to feed. You ain't worried about getting caught at that moment.
No, that's right.
My dad wasn't worried about getting caught. He was worried about feeding the family.
I saw my dad skin rabbits also. We did it, yeah, because in the fields, and our dog was a hunting dog. If you saw a rabbit, or what is the other one called? You have rabbits and you have
Squirrels?
no, it's also a sort of rabbit. Here we have rabbits and hazen. I have to look up what a hase is. It's much faster as a rabbit.
I don't know what that is.
I'm looking for it. A hare.
A hare. We don't have those here.
Yeah, that was it. We had a lot of hares also, and they are fast. And then the dog was gone until he found the hare's hole or the rabbit's hole, and then yeah, it was a waiting game. But they
Yeah,
mostly came out at night,
they
and if you
small.
shined lights on it, they come to it.
They are fawns. Where I come
Fawns.
from, they are fawns.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
We have fawns here then.
So, Redneck, are you from Florida as well?
No.
I don't know if you can see it, but
Open
wait,
another tab over
it's
on
here.
tab 10,
I
right
was.
outside.
He's holding.
Type speed test.
Momma Coop is working on the computer. Give it a moment. He will get there.
Hit enter. That's fine. Spectrum's fine.
Come you.
Go quick speed test up there.
Right here?
Yeah. Scroll back up. Go. There you go.
There you go.
Hands off the mouse.
My download is 763.
That's nice.
My upload is crap.
You only get 40. It's downloading. It's uploading at 38. You're doing good. So hit back.
Shut it off?
No, hit back. Take Spectrum out of there. Now, enter. Run speed test.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
and is it good?
Hit it again. So that ain't right.
Yeah.
Your uploads are good. I don't know why we're having such a hard time with uploads. Downloads is perfect. All right, you can quit. I gotta get the dog in. Boom, baby.
You're
Yeah,
sitting
I'm
close. You're sitting close to the door. I see.
Mm-hmm.
And
Door's just right
I can
beside
see
me.
a little bit of the aquarium
And it is.
behind you. Yeah, that's nice. I see. Yeah, I was painting. I don't know if you see it, but do you see the little figure?
I do. Is that the one you showed last night?
Yeah, I was busy working, and he's holding a book.
Mm-hmm.
And now I painted a little demon in it, and then some text like a dark Bible, something like that,
Yeah.
a summoning book. That is what I'm working on, and it's smaller. If you see my finger, look, it's position.
That's
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah, it's a little brush with not many hairs on it, so I can do it.
Yeah, that's
I love
tiny.
while I'm talking. I love concentrating on stuff and working on it. I only have to do his gloves, his saber, and his cables, and then the basic colors are done. Then I have to work with the oil paint on it.
So you lived here for 8 years. Oh wow. So you know what the deers look like.
Yeah, I think he does.
Nice. So Georgie's gonna use the barn doors for the laundry room. Perfect.
It's
That's what
nice.
I want to do for the office. And then our master bedroom, when we redo the house, if we're going to redo the house, that's what I want to do for our master bedroom, our master bathroom, because we're not, we'll have a bathroom for the guest, which we'll probably never have guests, but
I
we're
will
going to,
come by if I can.
we're going to have like just a bathroom for him to come in and take a spink, a piss
Yeah,
break and
yeah.
a doo doo or whatever, but it's just going to have a toilet and a sink in it. And then our main bathroom is going to be in our bedroom. It's just going to have a toilet and a sink by the back door. And then our bathtub and our shower and everything's going to be in our main bedroom.
That's what I have here.
So,
Downstairs, I have
yeah,
a little just toilet and a sink, and upstairs is the bedroom with a bath, uh, a shower, toilet, and a sink.
right.
So, and
Because,
I always have to knock because I have
yeah,
a girl in the house that is. And I told her when you were little, I could come in and I washed you, and you came in my. Yeah, she's 19 now. Huh? Daddy is not allowed.
yeah, for sure. Does she live with you all the time?
She has made a little card like in an hotel. If you go in a not disturb or free, and she put that on the knob from the door on the outside, and it says disturb. Then I know I don't have to knock. I don't no don't go inside. No go inside, Daddy. Stay outside.
Oh, so she lives at your house all the time.
No, every week they go to Mama, and then like this week they were from Friday till Friday with me,
Oh,
and now this Friday they go back to Mama for a week. But I have to have a room for every child in my house, separate, because of the age. Otherwise, I cannot see my children.
right,
Yeah, so that's why I pay so much.
right,
Otherwise, I could rent a little studio close by where my children, but then I don't have them at evenings with me. It would
right,
be, yeah, I love to have them at home. You have to picture me as you raising children. I was the
right,
mama. I
right,
did my wife was working. I did the diapers. I gave the milk. I make the food if they were ill. I went to the doctor. So I'm
right.
very attached to my children. I love them very much.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was hard when we had to leave the kids at in Missouri. I mean, it was hard on Jim or Coop when he had to leave his son in South Dakota
Yeah, I can
for
believe that.
college.
Yes.
You know, it killed me having to leave his son in college because him and I gained such a huge bond.
Yeah. No, leaving your children behind is always hard. So,
But
and
we
oh, not many moving in chat. There will be. in the Discord or somewhere playing. But there
Yeah.
are maybe a lot of lives going on because I think Redneck wanted to build some carvings with the wood. That's what he does as a hobby. I know. Uh,
Mhm.
is Mr. Coop already playing the game?
No, no, no. Mm-mm.
Not yet.
No. I was
Minecraft. I couldn't
no.
come on. The name was not in my brain anymore. You see, I forget things, and they're simple things, and sometimes they're gone. Not
No,
even in
Georgie's
Dutch.
eating, she said. Georgie's eating, she said.
Yeah, but now that you have the new computer and you have the trucking game, you
Yeah, I
can.
seen that over here. I see it right now. It says American Truck Simulator. And
Yeah,
I don't know if it I don't know. I don't know if
Georgie sometimes streams it on Discord, and we are watching her drive and her flipping over her truck or driving down a hill. I
mhm.
wouldn't want to be a passenger in her trucks. She goes on the lanes where you cannot drive to be faster. My son plays GTA, and I
Hmm.
tell him sometimes, but learn to drive. There is a red light. Stop at the red light. No, if it goes through it, no, it's stealing cars and stealing this and killing that. And yeah, okay. And I to pester him, to annoy him, go then sit next to him and tell him not to do stuff that he has to do in the game. I find it funny. But if you gonna have a girls' night playing the trucking game, I'd be
Right.
watching. That would interest me to see that and laugh with it.
I just don't know if if it being on my computer without Steam, if it I don't know if you can play online. I don't know.
FU lane. I couldn't come on the name. Is that called a fuck you lane? Here it's called the lane where you can park your car if you have problems with the engine or something like that, or the ambulance must pass by. If you're on it, then you, mijn vriendelijke, wat heb je aandacht nodig? The rabbit is back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time jumping.
Mama
No, but I
knows
I
what
would
the
love.
F up lane is. She's a trucker.
But I would come by and look at you play with all the girls. I think who plays it also. It's not only Georgie. There are other ladies playing the game.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we're gonna get a stream set up.
Yeah, you just have to log into your Steam account.
Yeah, I know. I just don't. I haven't downloaded it on this computer. I'm just
Take it
scared.
slow. You just got the computer.
I'm so scared. I'm like, I don't know.
I put it on every computer I have Steam. Never problems with it. Never. It's because your previous computer you put on the game and then it crashed or what?
Uh huh.
I know the fear, yeah, but I think this one is powerful enough to. And don't play the game directly. Put on Steam, scroll to it. If it doesn't do anything, look for a a small free game to test. There are free games on there that you can test.
Yeah, because as soon as because I went right to that game and I played it. I played it that night. Shut the computer off. Went to bed. Went to work. Come home that night. After work, was so excited to play the game. Nothing. And I looked at Coop. I said, "What did you do to my computer?"
He didn't do anything.
He said,
Don't
"I didn't do
blame him.
nothing."
You always blame the man. No, I.
I was
It was
like,
the PC. I think
"Something's
also.
wrong."
I think with the delivering in the truck and everything in the box when it was in the box. The
I think
some
it was a small graphic card and that whole ordeal, or it was just a bad graphic card to begin with.
could be or something came loose during transport. I had that with my DD printer. Eh? It was nothing that I did. I pushed just a button and it didn't work, and it was in transport. They opened it up, they sent me a new port, and yeah, it happens. And that's not your fault. It's not your computer fault.
But I was like, oh.
I can get that. I love sometimes modding the game also, putting in mods so it
But
changes
see,
the
the
game.
thing with Steam is I can also play Minecraft on Steam.
Yeah, yeah, but no, Minecraft has a launcher for itself. You buy it through Steam, but I have a Minecraft launcher. I think Mercedes or there is somebody else, John. I think I have to see John Naylor.
Well, Coop just bought Minecraft.
Yeah, but John Naylor is an expert, I think, at the game, and Mercedes is also an expert. They're playing it since it came out. That's years ago. I think it's already an old game.
So you have to pay for it too.
Yeah, I think my children bought it, but each bought it separately from the same account. Because if I open it here, it's on my daughter's name, Minecraft launcher. There you go.
That's what I thought, Georgie.
Yeah, the graphic card was not strong. That's what I told you. If my boy wants a PC, the graphic card has to be strong enough to play the games. I play everything on a PlayStation, so even Minecraft I play there. And he can play with people that play on computers together. It links up. It's been a long time since I played. Normally, every evening I was playing Fortnite for,
Fortnite.
for my son to have the skins. So the week that he went to Mama, because he had an account here, and on this account he had skins that are worth a lot of money. If I should sell the account, but it's not mine, it's his. But it's all daddy's money that's in there. You buy a card and then he gets coins and he buys the skins and sometimes he wins it
Oh wow.
by competitions. We did one and that was amazing. He was playing, it was his playing, and Star Wars. The I think the last Star Wars that came out, the real Star Wars. It was an event. You could see the trailer then, and there was a few hundred people in the game. So you saw them move, and then you had George Lucas presenting the film.
Hmm.
The trailer came, and they dropped lightsabers in the game, and the one that kept standing as last of the 300 could keep the saber in the game. And he
Ooh.
won. He won that. And I told him, "How did you do that?" Well, Daddy, I went to stand on the side, not in the middle. Everybody killed everybody, and there was one left, and I killed that one, and he got it. And
That's great.
that's smart, smart playing. But I'm not good at. It's a game where you have to shoot and build,
That's right.
and I can only do or shooting or building, but I can they do it at the same time. That is not my thing. And then I found little games. There are games in the game that you can play, or
Hmm.
stand there and play just music and left your character standing alone. And every 10 minutes you got points, and I set that up here. While I was on my PC, I moved the mouse a little bit. Okay, and he got it. But
No.
I like games realistic, like you driving the trucks. You're gonna
Right.
see how realistic is it.
I don't like the shoot bang bang. No, Super Mario stuff like that. I like
Yeah,
that, but I don't like the shoot bang
yeah.
bang.
So,
Now,
some
my favorite game that was out was Zelda. I
yeah,
did like Zelda.
yeah. I had them all. I still have but that is Nintendo, huh? Zelda and
Yeah,
yeah, and I still have a Nintendo, the Cube. It's
the
it's it's called the Cube. The
the
gaming
cube.
box. Yeah, it's like a cube.
Mhm.
And I had even bought a little screen, so I didn't have to connect it to the television set. I could
Mhm.
open up the top of the cube and it was a screen, and I could play on there while the kids were looking television, cartoons, everything, and I could play my games like Zelda and everything like that. I
Mhm.
love them, and I love the little music in it, and then how you found the treasures, and yeah,
My favorite computer game was, the Oregon Trail. That was back in the day. That
yeah,
when you did
yeah,
that in, like, school.
yeah. And for the rest, I like realistic game, Red Dead Redemption, the Western game, the cowboy game.
Mhm.
That's very good. You don't have to shoot all the time. You can go hunting, or you can go. Oh, you have to take pictures of certain places with an old camera, the first camera with black powder for the lightning for lightning your plates, and then you go and find wild animals, and that's kind of stuff you can do also in there. Everybody thinks it's a shooting game. No, you can do so much in those games. The GameCube, yeah. I will take a picture of it later on because it's upstairs in my daughter's bedroom now. She confiscated it to play games in her room sometime. I have a PlayStation 4. 4. 4. 4 is Dutch for 4.
Mhm.
And then I have a PlayStation 5. They're all
PlayStation
my sons.
5.
Yeah.
Wow, PlayStation 5.
And those graphics are magnificent. And it's broken now, but I had a beamer that I could display. I have a big white wall,
Huh.
and I put it on there so the humans were human size.
Oh, wow.
That is really, if you play it like that and the enemy comes at you, that's scary. That is not on the television set, it's really coming at you. But it has to be very dark in the house to have a sharp image.
Hmm.
So,
Wow.
and what other games interest you? Puzzles?
I've worked on puzzles. Um, I get bored of it. I have really wanted to try diamond painting.
Ah,
You
yeah,
know, I've I've watched Wednesday do it.
yeah,
Um, I sat there watching her. I've been listening to her on her little video that she's been putting out
yeah. The
about
short,
her. Um, I'm listening to her stuff going on with her mom. That stuff. Um,
yeah, Georgie the GameCube.
the
Yeah,
uh
yeah. I know what you mean. I listened to it also.
yeah, I'm watching her videos about her mom.
Yeah,
So, anyways, as she's going through them videos, she's doing that diamond painting. So
yeah.
maybe this week I will get me a diamond painting so I can do one.
I have still one sitting here. I gave up on it. It's
Um,
Isimo cat, the form of a cat, and you have to put all the diamonds in the right place on it. I don't
but
have
I
the patience.
I think that's going to be my problem. I'm not going to have the patience and I'm going to lose something and then I'm just going to give up.
Yeah.
And it's very tedious. I see all that stuff and it's very tedious and that's probably going to be my problem. So I
What you
probably better not do it.
what you have to look for is look already seeing the result in your mind, what it's gonna be, and work
Yeah,
towards
but
that.
I see all those little things. I
I
don't like
know, I know.
I don't see
Is-
all those little
Do you see this? Every day I do a little bit now, and it takes form. But if I don't keep doing it, I stop painting in a period. I was Belgium European and world champion. And the moment
Mhm,
I got my first child, I stopped painting because I had to take care of her. And I didn't paint for 10 years. I didn't
mhm.
touch a brush. And then suddenly the urge came back. And Georgie is not going to like that. But the model I bought was a big. I have it here, but I have to move the camera to be able to get it in the screen. It's a big spider with all goblins on it, and they made a wooden frame on the spider so the spider transports the goblins with bows and with sorcerers, all that and that's the first model I repainted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and from then on it came back, and then yeah, 2 years ago my mother bought me a 3D printer, and I was sold. Huh? The models I have now still to paint that I print stuff that I think I'm gonna paint it, and I paint a few of them, and then I have a new idea. No, now I'm gonna paint those, and yeah, boxes full of miniatures. That's why I'm starting uh, to paint on online. While I'm streaming and talking and doing my stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
I get a few done here and there. Dus, hey, nee. My
Well, you're
rabbit is
doing that
biting a
while
box.
you're on Discord. You spend a lot of time on Discord.
Yeah, I know. It's to keep my mind busy. I'm talking to people. Otherwise, I'm alone at home. I don't see. I don't see in the week. I don't have my children. I don't see anybody.
Exactly.
I'm alone. Like in prison, they put you in solitary, something like that. But in a luxury prison, I have a garden, I have a kitchen, I have a bathroom, I can go everywhere, but nobody is coming in to talk. So if I can bother Georgie a little bit, the gremlins, or I can have a little talk with Mr. Coop or you, I'm happy. Oh, that went the wrong way. Ja, mijn vriendje. And then the week that I have the children, I see them at the morning and at the evening. But for the rest, they're at school all day. And since they have to go to another city, it's an hour to the train is 5 minutes from the city. If you take the train here in 5 minutes time, you're in the city.
Right.
And then they have to take a bus that takes 10 minutes because they have to drive around the city a whole part and then get to the center. Oh, you still have a PlayStation and a PlayStation 2? Redneck. That's old.
Coop got me one of those. I don't know if you guys have them there or they're them like them place not PlayStations, them Nintendos that
Yeah.
they came out the retro
Game
Nintendo
Boys.
no. The
No Game Boys.
Nintendo retro came out a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
just the
yeah.
joystick
Yeah, yeah.
and it has all the games in the console. Um It's you don't have to load any games in it or nothing. It's
Yeah.
just got all Super Mario and it's just Super Mario and I think that's all that's in it is Super Mario. But I got that and I'd be god darn if you guys never met him. My damn dog killed him before you guys got to meet him. His name was Skittles.
Oh.
He was my boy. He looked just like Tickles, but a lot redder.
Ah.
And yeah. But anyways, Skittles was my man. He didn't like Coop very well. But yeah. And that Skittles was probably defending Tickles when it all went down.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah. They ended up finding out that's how we found out Tickles was a girl. But yeah. But anyways, it's a game. It's a Nintendo game. And Skittles chewed the power wire off of it. So I have to try and find me a new power wire.
And can you find it online somewhere?
I bet I can. I really do. It's probably like a cell phone wire. So
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, you know how Chinese do. They use,
Yeah,
cell phone charging cables. So
that's nice. No, I had one of those, and like the Game Boy, and then I had a special CD that I could put in,
mm-hmm.
and I had a cable to connect it to the GameCube of
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo, and then I could play the little games on a big screen. It went through the
Right.
cube, and then on a big television, you're playing the little game that normally is on the little screen, like the Mario game and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah, I put a little link in for
Oh, Larry.
yeah.
Larry,
Sometimes
Larry, Larry.
I have all the links in Discord, so I have just to copy paste them. It's like I said, Mr. Coop talks a lot, and then he talks about something, and there is the link. Oh, don't forget to like both sides. There is the like both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very fast with that. I love that. Even Suzanne challenged me to be the best mod who posts the best links and faster. And yeah, yeah, the rabbit is tired. He's
Yeah.
having a sleep. Were you tired today from work, or was it a nicer day? Not
No,
like
today sucked worse than yesterday.
oh
Yeah, I had 2 of them walk out today. Thank God corporate was there.
yeah.
So, I mean, they just wanted their orientation pay at that point, and it was pointless. It was all based on the same thing, but they didn't get their orientation pay, but it was just stupid.
Oh, that's
But it's not on me this time, so they can't go running their face about that. So, poop, it's
okay. Ah, I see you have a tattoo on your wrist.
yep. It
What is
says
it?
J and B,
Oh, nice.
and it's got the infinity sign with a heart.
Yeah, I see it. That's
I've
nice.
got I've got tattoos on my well, Coop and I
That's gonna be a fun story. Keep listening.
we had a tattoo parlor back home, and we have I have like one, two, let's see. I have one, two, three, four, five. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 tattoos.
Okay, but you didn't show where the 13th was.
No, I'm not gonna show. No. No, I got 13, 14,
Oh,
15,
okay.
15.
I only have 4.
And Coop and I have one matching tattoo.
Oh, that's nice. And
And
with
it's
age,
right there.
ah, yeah, I see it. It's not. And but with age, does the ink not go? Does the colors? Is it with colors, or are they only black ink?
D- I have no black ink. The most black ink I have is right there.
Ah, yeah. And the rest, is there colors in it?
Mm-hmm.
Do they fade with age? Because
Mm, I don't think so. I had this one the longest. Hold on. Ugh.
we're gonna move Mama Coop around.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see
Yeah,
it.
I see it. I
Oh,
see
nope,
it.
you're not
Yeah,
going to be able to see it. I'll have to
yeah.
take a picture.
I saw something red. I saw a bit of red or something. Because on my uh, right breast I have a Chinese dragon. It's from when I did martial arts. I have a dragon on my chest, but the colors in it faded away. And then I have one tattoo, and apparently there was something wrong in my shoulder blade on the tattoo, and they took a little piece of meat out of it, and that saw that that kind of ink they only used on that tattoo. I'm allergic to it,
Right.
so it acts up time to time. It acts up, and some part of the skin peels off. Very strange, and it's only on that tattoo. And then while I was lit, but it was a deep part because they had to knit it back together with one needle and thread, one thing to close the hole in my backbone. Then you are operated, all your stomach is completely been opened and back closed, and then they're gonna put a hole in your back. I was, yeah,
Ooh.
okay, yeah, no problem, do it, come on. Yeah, we have to put some product in it to locally anesthetize it.
Right. Yeah.
No, 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 just take a piece. I don't feel it. I had morphine in my back, so I didn't need it.
Yeah. I'll have to take pictures of them because I can't get my leg up high enough without
Okay, but
knocking everything over.
not the special ones, huh?
Yeah,
Only
I've got one for my mom.
ah,
Um, Coop's done all my tattoos but one.
mm.
Two. Yeah, he's done all my tattoos but two.
Oh, nice.
Well, actually,
It,
I'll say three because
then
the one here he didn't do. The one right here he didn't do, and the one on my ankle he didn't do. That one on my ankle that has my name on it, I
yeah.
did that. I went and had that one done as I was leaving my ex-husband. He told
Oh,
me
yeah.
out. He told me I was not allowed to have a tattoo nor have my tongue pierced because that is not right. Women don't have that done, only trashy women. And I said, "Oh, okay." So I went and got it all done. And he said, "Why did you get your name done? Why didn't you put my name on there?" I said, "Well, I can change my husband. I can't change my name."
Yeah, that's true. No, I only have 4 tattoos, and I had a few piercings in my ear and one in my eyebrow to put in a little ring. But since they operated me and I had to go to the scanners so many times, everything was pulled out because no metal is allowed. So I asked the nurse if a woman comes in and she has piercings downstairs, do they have to? No, everything must be removed. I went, okay. But then Mr. Coop can draw very well.
He
Make
what?
this, can Mr. Coop make nice designs? He can draw
Yes.
very well.
Yes.
Ah, yeah. It's a handyman then. He can build desks. He can put on tattoos.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's like I said, we had our own shop back home.
Ah, yeah. And it was really a tattoo shop. You did it both, or did Mr. Coop do the tattoos?
He did my tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. Separated, I went and got a lip piercing.
I remember
Georgie
being
has a lip.
told
Yeah.
that piercings are trashy. So when being separated, I went and that's something I never got done was getting, the outside done. I did get my tongue done. Um, the only reason I did get that done was because I can put it, if I had to take it out or whatever.
Uh,
I didn't have anything visual showing
yeah.
um any signs of any piercings other than my ears showing, so that way if I had to take an office job or
Yeah,
any
yeah,
job inside, because at that point I didn't know where my career was going to be, and I was working with the public. I was inside of a grocery store at the time, so
yeah,
piercings were not, I mean, they didn't frown on the tongues or anything like that, so piercings weren't highly that
yeah.
bad, but my tongue didn't swell up at all. I mean, I went to work immediately after everything was
Oh, yeah.
done, and I didn't have ice or anything. As soon as everybody was done, he was like, and in fact, this is a funny story. My friend and she was like, "Hey, I'm going to get my hood done." And I'm like, "Hood? What the why do you want to get your car pierced?" And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Why you want to get your car pierced?" And now mind you, I've I didn't know what a hood was, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, "I'm getting my hood pierced, Barb." And I'm like, "Okay." So we're all going down there and she's like, the finally we get in there and I'm like, seriously, what are you getting pierced? Because I need to know before we go in there. And she's like, I'm getting down there done. And I'm like, whoa, I'm going first then because he's
Yeah.
not touching down there before. Mm-mm. So he comes over and he's like, okay, what's everybody getting done? Da 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 da. And I was like, I'm getting my tongue done and she's getting down there done. And he's like, okay. And I said, but you're doing me first. He's like, okay. So he's like, okay. He's telling me what I have to do. Da 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 da. And he's like, you're gonna have to ice it down. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay. So he's telling me to have to stick my tongue out. Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, everything's done. He's like, well, you're gonna drool and da da da. And I'm like, okay. So while I'm waiting on her, she's screaming like a banshee
Mm.
all through it. And I'm like, why are you screaming? I didn't scream nothing. I didn't, no tears, no nothing. And she's like, you got a high pain tolerance compared to me. I said, obviously.
Yeah.
And we get done and we're headed out. And she's like, your tongue's not swollen or nothing. And she's like, I'm like, no. She says, I couldn't even put my panties on. I'm like, sucks to be you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like,
No,
you're really screwed up because I'm fine. I'm going to work. So get me back to my truck. I gotta go.
I saw a guy once and he was drunk. That was when I was a bartender. And he had a piercing. It's called the Prince Albert. You know that?
Oh, you're talking about the Prince Albert.
Yeah. Uh, and he was drunk and he went outside and he had to piss and he took it out. And when he put it back in and he pulled up the zipper, the piercing was between the zipper. It came out bleeding, bleeding, bleeding. And I was there. Wait, I have the ice cubes we put in Coca-Cola and in Fanta in the glasses to cook. Yeah, I have pulled a handful out. I gave it to him. Yeah, hold it. No, I'm not touching it. You pulled it out. You cool it down. No, thank you. Uh, yeah, but that must be painful also. But he was lucky he was drunk because then you feel less pain.
For sure.
But
For sure.
yeah, but I saw that real life. That was yeah, no,
No, no,
not
no.
for me.
No. The same girl that went and got her hood done, her husband had that done. And she was sitting there telling me, oh, yeah, yeah, he's going to go get his done. And I'm like, have at it because I'm not going to be there. No, thank you.
I don't know
No,
what sensation that gives, but no,
not going to be there.
no, thank you. That was and tattoos. Mine was done in the bar. There was uh, the bar owner where the guy I worked for wanted to do a tattoo show, but a live tattoo on a stage with a camera, filming it and then screening it on TV screens all through the bar. And he told me, Chris, if you want a tattoo, I pay for it, but it has to be filmed. And he found the lighting was the big lights they used in theaters on the stages. And it gave warmth. So all the time the dude was tattooing, I was sweating, and the sweat came into the tattoo, and it stinked a lot. And we put posters in the bar. Yeah, that night it's gonna be tattoo show. And as a bartender, how many girls before the show was, huh? Days before, oh, I have a tattoo also. And then as bartender, show me how many titties I saw. They pulled and they put them on the bar. Look, I have flowers here. And then I had a girlfriend, and my beer was empty. The canister in the cellar. So she went to change it, and in the meantime, one of the girls comes in. I have a tattoo, and me like a stupid one. Hey, can I see it? And she comes around the bar, pulls her trousers down, and she had a big tiger on her pussy on the top.
Uh-huh.
And that moment, my girlfriend comes up, and she was not fat, but she was full of muscles. She did bodybuilding.
Oh, boy.
I never saw somebody flew outside. It was a biker's bar, eh? So
Uh-huh.
fast, and I had so hey, I only asked to see the tattoo. I didn't know it was a pussy on a pussy, a tiger on a pussy. Uh, yeah, okay, that was yeah,
That
but
was the last time you asked to see that, didn't you?
no, I did it, but not when the girlfriend was there. She worked in the bar next door because in Leuven we have the biggest bar of Europe, and it's a medieval uh, yeah, marketplace, but all the buildings on the marketplace are bars, one next to the other, and there are hundreds of bars. It's funny to do, funny to see.
Yeah, see, Coop, we were at a bar one night, and this guy come up to Coop, and he says, "Hey, we've never seen this guy before, ever." And they were playing pool. They got playing pool together, and this guy started running his sock monkey at Coop, and he says, "Hey man, I got your name tattooed on my ass." Coop's like, "No, you don't." He's, "Yes, I do." He says, "Buddy, you don't have my name tattooed on your ass. I got my name tattooed on my arm, but you don't have your name tattooed on my ass, buddy." He says, "Yes, I do." He says, "I give you $5 if you got my name tattooed on your ass." And he says, "I do, buddy." So eventually Coop's like, "All right, show me. I come from the show me state. Show me." So the dude drops his drawers, shows him. It says, "Your name."
It's funny. That's really good.
Coop gave him the $5 because it was funny,
It's funny, yeah.
but
Uh, Here
it
in
was
Belgium,
just
in the bar, we had a joke, and that was, yeah, I have a tattoo of a big bear on my ass. And they asked, yeah, can we show it? No, I cannot show it. It's in the cave now. It's hidden. It's a brown bear, but it's hidden.
we had a guy that would walk around all the time. Anytime he would see a new girl
Oh
or
yeah,
a
yeah.
pretty one. "Hey man, you want to see my cock? You want to see my new cock?" And he'd get all riled up and everything, and the girl be like, "No, I don't want to see your cock." "Oh man, it's a good looking cock. You want to see my cock?" And next thing is 10 times out of 1, she was a barfly. "Yeah, I want to see your cock." He'd pull up his leg and it was a fucking rooster.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fall for it every time. You can tell you're a
Yeah,
barfly.
yeah. I even had one girl who asked for a beer, but didn't have money. And she went to the toilet. She came back and, can I have a beer? And she had something in her hand, and she gave it to me, and it was her panties.
Her panties. Oh my
Ye-
god.
Yeah, yeah. Now I have to say it was a redhead, a ginger. I never had a ginger before. So that night she slept at my place.
Uh-huh.
She could drink, and she came with me at home. And yeah, it was,
That was the end of the story with you, huh?
yeah, I had a panty and a ginger to take
There
home.
you there you go.
Now the next day she was there again, and what I didn't know was she had a boyfriend,
Uh-oh.
and the boyfriend, and it was a midget height. He was small, small, small. And I went, yeah, look, not my fault. I didn't know, man. Sorry for that. But your girlfriend, tomorrow she will be in another bar and she do the same thing.
Yep.
So you better leave her.
Yeah, well,
And now I don't want her. Keep her.
yeah, Coop's famous saying is, "You can't keep them at happy at home. They're going to find it elsewhere."
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna come close to our time.
Yep, it's our time. It's our
Yeah.
time.
So everybody, don't forget, put a like in it, put a subscribe on it.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was a great stream. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful day tomorrow. We love you all. And we'll see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And see you all tomorrow.
And the same
Bye.
for me.
And bye.
Bye bye.